students. I hope you're all fine and safe. This year I'm handling physics for you. The first lesson in physics is motion. In your textbook, the chapter number is 8. See here, this is the class 9 and science subject name and teacher's name Parvati Suma and chapter number 8 and part number 1. In our daily life, we see some objects at rest and some are in motion. Birds fly, animals run, blood flows through our veins, and all the planets, galaxies are all in motion. What is this motion? Motion means change in the position of an object or displacement of an object. For example, if an object move from one place to another place, see here, if an object moves from A to B, change in its position takes place. So, change in the position of an object. Motion means change in the position of an object with time. Motion is the change in the position of an object with time. Rest and motion are relative terms. That means an object may appear to be moving for one person and stationary for some other. For the passengers in a moving bus, the roadside trees appears to be moving backwards. A person standing on the roadside perceives a bus along with the passengers as moving. Most of the motions are complex. Some objects may move in straight line and some objects move in a circular path. Some objects may rotate and some may vibrate. We always describe the motion by taking a point as a reference point. That means if an object moves from A to B, we can take A as reference point. Otherwise, if you want to measure the distance from B to A, you can take B as a reference point. This reference point is also known as origin. Next, we can measure the motion of an object by two physical quantities. What are they? We have to learn that are distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Important. What is distance and what is displacement? Something that your house is here and your friend's house is here. It is 20 kilometers away from your home. When you go to your friend's home, there is some disturbance in this road and you took deviation and you traveled 50 kilometers. So, this length of actual path covered is 50 kilometers. That is the distance. So, distance is the length of actual path covered by an object. But what is the minimum distance between your home and your friend's home? That is 20 kilometers. That is the displacement. So, what is displacement? The minimum distance between the initial point and the final point of the object is displacement. So, distance is the length of actual path covered by an object and displacement is the minimum distance between the initial position and final position of an object. Say, distance cannot be 0. Say, but displacement can be 0. You traveled to your friend's home and returned back. So, initial point and final point will become same. Then the displacement is 0. But what is the distance? That is 20 plus 20, 40 kilometers. So, displacement can be 0 and distance cannot be 0. Then, distance is a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity, is a physical quantity which has only magnitude. Magnitude means measurement. We say that 50 kilometers or meters, that is the magnitude. So, distance does not need any direction. So, distance is a scalar quantity. But displacement needs particular direction. See, from south to north. We always should mention the direction for the displacement. So, displacement is a vector quantity. Vector quantity is a physical quantity which has both magnitude as well as direction. Next, the SI unit of distance is meter. SI unit of distance is meter. SI unit of displacement is also meter. So you understood what is distance and what is displacement. Next you have to learn what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion. Let us see what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion. See, uniform motion. Uniform motion. Suppose an object covers 10 meters in 2 seconds and another 10 meters in 2 seconds and another 10 meters in 2 seconds along a straight line. Then we can say that the object is in uniform motion. That means if the object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in uniform motion. Next, what is non-uniform motion? Non-uniform motion. Suppose an object covers 10 meters in 2 seconds and another 13 meters in 2 seconds and another 15 meters in 2 seconds. If the object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in non-uniform motion. How to measure the rate of motion? Measuring the rate of motion. Measuring the rate of motion. See, some objects may move fast and some objects move slowly. How can you measure the rate of motion? Here we have to learn one more physical quantity, that is speed. We measure the rate of motion by speed. What is speed? Speed is the distance covered by an object with the time. So speed is equal to distance divided by time. Speed is the distance covered by an object with time. SI unit of speed is meter per second. So you can write it as meter per second also. So SI unit of speed is meter per second. See, speed doesn't need any direction. So speed is a scalar quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity. So speed is the distance covered by an object with time and SI unit of speed is meter per second. Speed is a scalar quantity. See, what happens if you give direction to the speed? It will become velocity. So here you have to learn one more term, velocity. What is velocity? See, velocity. Velocity is the speed of an object moving in a particular direction. If you give direction for the distance, what it becomes? It will become displacement. So, velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. So, velocity is a vector quantity because it needs particular direction. Velocity is vector quantity. Then SI unit of velocity is also meter per second. So the difference between speed and velocity important. You learned that speed and velocity. Velocity is the displacement divided by time. Velocity is the vector quantity and its unit also meter per second. An object sometimes moves slowly and sometimes moves fast. That time, how we can calculate the speed of that object? We can calculate the speed of that object by taking the average speed. One more term you have to learn here. What is average speed? So, average speed is equal to total distance travelled divided by total time taken. Total distance traveled by the object divided by total time taken. Suppose if an object covered 16 meters in 2 seconds and another 16 meters in 4 seconds. What is the average speed? Average speed is equal to average speed is equal to 16 plus 16, 32 meters total distance travelled, that is 16 plus 16, 32 meters divided by 4 plus 2, 6 seconds, that is equal to 5.33. What is the unit here for the speed? Meter per second. Meter per second. Like that you have to calculate the average speed of the object. In case of velocity of an object changing in uniform rate, then the average velocity is given by the arithmetic mean of the initial velocity and final velocity. So that is called average velocity. So average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So average velocity is equal to u plus v divided by 2. Here u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity. What is rate of change of velocity? So rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. So acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. That is equal to v minus u divided by t. Here v is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity and t is the time taken. Then what is the SI unit of acceleration? SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. You can write it as meter per second square also. How it comes? So change of velocity. The SI unit of velocity is meter per second divided by second. That comes meter per second square. The acceleration is taken to be positive if it is in the direction of velocity of the object. Suppose an object is moving in straight line in this direction. So in this velocity, if the acceleration given in the same direction, then the acceleration is positive. If the acceleration is given in the opposite direction of velocity, if the object is moving in this direction, if the acceleration is given in the opposite direction, then the acceleration will be negative. Okay students, we will learn the graphical representation of motion in the next class. Till then, download the textbooks and read the textbooks and understand what you have studied in this class.